Welcome back to the 23rd Annual Wild and Scenic Film Festival right here in Nevada City, Grass Valley, California. I'm your host, Kimberly Ewing, for this segment. And right now I have Luna and Liz from the film Between the Lines. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Between the Lines is a film about your dad, Luna, Alex. And he is a fly fisherman. Tell us a little bit about his story in the film.
Alex started out as a kayaker, raft guide,
Sure.
and has sort of evolved into a fly fishing guide over the past decade. And he's created this little niche. I don't know anyone else who does this Class 5 fly fishing in Foodalafu. And so most fly fishing guides kind of max out at Class 2, Class 3
Sure.
rapids, and Alex will go through some pretty big Class 5 rapids to get to pools that nobody else can get to.
Wow.
So that idea it's just that story, I think, is really interesting. So we were just sort of sitting on that idea for a while, and then had an opportunity to make it into a film.
And you're the producer-director.
Yes.
So you have lots of heart into this film. How did you find Alex?
Well, we met in Foodalafu in like 2002. Maybe he was coming down as a trainee to guide there, and I was already there doing video for the company. So that's how we met. And the video originally was just going to be more of like a Class 5 fly fishing focus, but then seeing all the fly fishing films, not all of them, but a lot of the fly fishing films that were out there's a lot of them that have a lot of like bro stoke and like, like the slamming of the fish with the heavy metal background. And we just really wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so.
Well,
I don't know if I just went that way.
It's good though, because I have a brother-in-law who's an angler or a fly fisherman, and he does catch and release every single time. Mm-hmm. It's more of the art of being in nature and the art of just understanding a relationship with the fish for him, and it feels that clear to me about Alex. Would you say that, Luna, about your pop?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. When you are in the film, you have a couple cameos in the film when you're really tiny, and then one at the end of the film where you're learning to cast and fly fish. What is it for you that you see about fly fishing? What do you love about it?
I find it really, really fascinating because just the way he does it is different than anybody else. So he'll be fishing with one of his friends, and it's just completely different. Just the way he casts is different. I don't know. It's just really fascinating to me. So I find it I don't go fishing with him that much, but when I do, because he's really busy and I'm really busy, but when I do, then it's super fun. We catch a ton of fish, and yeah, just a lot of fun.
Has he shared his technique with you?
Yeah.
Or is it something particular that he does?
Well, there's a few different interesting ways that he's taught me to just do it how I do it.
Yeah.
Do it how he does it, and just get into the rhythm that he does it, and not like anybody else. So yeah, a couple different techniques
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I love it. And what I love about Alex's life is that because he's so talented and he has an incredible skill and a different mindset as an angler, he gets to travel to Maine, to Oregon, to Chile. What warrants that? Is it because he's well known and people want to go with him?
I don't think he's well known. Really, maybe in Foodalafu, just because that's his thing there, and there are only a handful of people who do it down there on the Foodalafu, who fly fish guide, and I think he's the only one who does the Class 5 stuff. But he's been with the same company out in Oregon, and in Maine he's a Maine registered guide and a captain, but just doing his own thing. Not
well known, but kind of in his circle maybe known.
Yeah. I mean, definitely the people who know him love him, and love to go fishing with him. Yeah,
and I can't believe
he's mellow.
I can't believe he does class 5.
Yeah.
Because that's so dangerous. But that's maybe part of the thrill.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think people at that level of whitewater experience, they see it really differently,
of course,
than like I do. Like, I mean, like I love kayaking, but I'm more in like a class 3 zone, But I think the class 5 people, they just see the line so clearly, and they know what the water's doing. They can read it.
Right.
It's just it's like easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And people that go with him are very happy about that.
Most of them probably should be game.
Yeah.
Or they probably maybe would not want to be there.
Yeah.
I think you have to be excited to get in it.
Yeah.
To do that. But he also does like more mellow sections,
I'm
kind
sure.
of depending. But if you're up for the whitewater, he's totally game.
And how long has he been doing this?
I mean, he started raft guiding, kayaking, like in his mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, he was working in tourism in Costa Rica.
Right.
But more like at a hotel, and he had an opportunity to get on the river, and then it all changed. And he's been just doing it ever since.
Well, and I have been hearing from a lot of filmmakers that, and directors specifically, that they've decided that if and when they can film on water or near water or by the water, that's where they want to be. Is that true for you too? Is water part of one of the progatory things for you?
Yeah, I tend to be focusing on water projects, like women in water, and like, I said when NRS, we were talking about doing this, I didn't initially tell them that I was married to him, like that I had a relationship with him, because I just thought maybe it's a little weird, but they were like, no, that's great. You have access to him if you just need, like, to do another interview.
I love
or whatever.
that.
And it was great because I was kind of wondering like how it would go, but it was really great. But it wasn't like I didn't set out to like make a film about my family member, but it just turned out that way. Yeah.
Well, and because you're one big happy family, how lovely for you guys to all be together. One thing I wanted to ask is the cinematographer, how do they capture all these shots? And maybe Luna, have you had a camera in your hand on the rapids, or how does it work?
Sadly, I have not been able to do that yet.
Just say yet.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But our filmer, editor, he was just like in the water in a kayak, like just doing all the shots, like going down the rapids with them. So
it just looks like such a hard job.
Yeah.
I mean, really, like, and Sol, my son, was, these guys were sort of assistant camera.
I'm sure.
Also a little bit, but I mean, Felipe was out there with 2 cameras and a drone or 2 drones and the GoPros set, and everything else. So yeah, he's amazing. And I met Felipe Zanote. He helped me with the last project that we did for NRS, which was in last year's Wild and Scenic, Chicas al Agua.
Oh, yes.
And so Felipe edited that using a lot of footage that we already had, but so we met on that project, and I'm like, okay, now I found my guy. I love him so much.
You found your guy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He's so talented. Makes everything look. I mean,
well,
it's so beautiful down there.
I have to say the cinematography was phenomenal. That was one note that I made. I was like, wow, just even the footage is it's heart palpitating. It's just gorgeous.
He's very talented. He's like kindest, nicest person ever. We love Felipe.
Well, it's called Between the Lines, and we've got Luna, we've got Liz, and Alex in the story. Let's give it up for them. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
And keep coming back with your films.
Yeah, my first film about the Food was in the first festival here.
No.
In whatever, 23 years ago. So this is our third film.
It's amazing.
So super exciting. Thank you so much. We love Wild and Scenic. So.
Great, thank you. And we'll be back next. Thanks.
Bye.